Without any further ado, let's go over to Leaf and James Bot at the commentator desk.
Thank you, Axel Toss. I'm down here. I found a new friend. James Bot is joining me for this next match.
Friend, I think we need to slow down a little bit,
Man.
Leaf.
I was hoping. I had my fingers crossed. Well, yeah, we got iBUYPOWER Cosmic versus Lucky Bounce. This is going to be a great match. Hopefully, again, Lucky Bounce seemed pretty confident. Timothy is like, yeah, we're feeling good. They started off slow. I mean, their last match, I think they lost 3-2 against Exodus.
And Exodus, though, is looking really good. They're actually leading against Kings of Urban. So, for all we know, Exodus might be surging, especially now that they have Moses on their team in place of J-Raw. Who knows? But Lucky Bounce, their team, who has been putting in the hours, they've been putting in the work, competing in tournament after tournament, whereas iBUYPOWER Cosmic, we haven't really seen them too much.
I heard they weren't doing too much over the past few weeks.
Well, we haven't seen them in tournaments. They might be scrimming a lot in the background, but that's hard to have visibility into. But Lucky Bounce, they have not only been scrimming, but playing in the online tournaments and performing really well. And they've shown that they have some skills, so I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting a pretty close match. I mean, again, we talk about the powerhouse that is iBUYPOWER Cosmic. The desk was talking. Watch out for Gambit. We'll see if he can still come out strong. He's always been a strong player. But all three of these guys, if there's anybody new watching too, all three of these guys are probably some of the best in North America. And they decided, hey, let's be on a team together.
Yeah, there's no probably about it. These are when you're thinking about top 5 players, arguable that every single one of them is on that list. Lichinio is the only one where you might question that. But still, Kronovi, Gambit, Lichinio, they are the most talented team, no doubt. But there's also the question of teamwork. You know, you watch teams like Genesis who have those passing plays. We haven't seen a ton of that from iBUYPOWER. We see flashes of brilliance, but really they just throw everything they have at teams and just hope that their mechanical skill puts them out on top. And traditionally, it has. They finished number 1 in the groups last time. But as teams continue to play more and get better at playing as a team, will that mechanical skill be enough?
It's tough to question, because as other teams start to figure, hey, you know what, these guys are going to go 1v1 on the ball. They're just going to try to beat me out. And if they can start to formulate any of their strats around that, that, hey, these guys aren't going to pass too much. They're just going to try to get shots on net. Great placement, great mechanical skill off the walls in the air. Speaking of, you have Lichinio, someone who's incredible in the air. His touches can be so good. But I really hope to see a lot of team plays, because iBUYPOWER has some great team plays when they do it.
What we saw out of Cosmic, though, is when they had Lichinio in the back, they were struggling. Lichinio is not as comfortable playing that back position. So when we saw them playing in the first part of groups and in the open qualifier, they had Lichinio in the back, and this was from the first qualifier.
Yeah.
When we saw that they really started to play well in the online finals, it was because Gambit was holding down the fort in the back. Gambit is a lot better player, being able to kind of predict his teammates' movements, whereas Lichinio was a little more unsure when Kronovi and Gambit were up front what to do. And we saw him circling quite a bit in the net and making it awkward for him to play. So Gambit, we'll have to keep an eye. Is Gambit going to be the one holding down that anchoring position in the back, or did they move Lichinio back? Because if it's Lichinio, I think we might not see them perform as strongly as if it were Gambit. Yeah,
well, that'll be the big thing that Lucky Bounce is probably hoping for, is like, can they get themselves together and make sure that that Lichinio's in the right spot. So I'm sure Lucky Bounce is hoping that he's not, that they can pull away some wins here. But any final predictions for yourself on this set?
I think this is likely going to be a 4-1 or 3-2 in favor of iBUYPOWER, but with that confidence from Timothy, you know.
Yeah, they said they're feeling good. We're going to see, though, they're already off to the kickoff. Game at number 1, iBUYPOWER Cosmic versus Lucky Bounce. As they mentioned, the David and Goliath, iBUYPOWER being one of the strongest teams, while the strongest team in North America. See if they can pull out a very strong win today. Gambit already up. Can he get the follow-up? Oh, no, Kronovi gets a soft touch on that to push it to the side. He's giving Darkfire a chance with his teammates there to push out for an attack themselves. Lichinio making sure that goes nowhere. Gambit picking that one up. Can he get the touch himself? And he gets the shot. Gambit off the bat.
Gambit said it, the best player in North America, and I would have to agree. Look at this play. It's just him versus the final two. Waits for the last second and just puts a scorcher on net. That one unsavable, and Cosmic with that early lead, less than 30 seconds in.
One single dirty dangle. Not more, just one today to start it off. And Lichinio now blocking that one out. Good call from Gambit to be in the right spot there. Kronovi backing up. Make sure he gets the ball on the right side of the car this time. Up in the air he goes. Nice touch over that attacker. Carries it out himself, but Timothy steals that one away. Couldn't get quite the control that he needed. There's Gambit all alone. Timothy trying to put some pressure on. Gambit gets enough power out to Kronovi. Now Lichinio follows that one out. Kronovi in a good spot. Getting bumped by Timothy, though. It's going to allow Darkfire to maybe get this past Gambit. He does, but Timothy couldn't get there in time. Stolen away out to Lichinio from Gambit. Would have been a good play started up. Gambit trying to find his bearings as Lichinio and Kronovi try to get themselves positioned for an attack themselves. There's Lichinio breaking out with the shot. Gets it right over the defender. Good touch from Lichinio.
Yeah, iBUYPOWER looking very solid so far. We've seen them going for pass after pass. Lichinio, though, for the goal, just taking it all by himself, breaking down that defense. But we are seeing iBUYPOWER make the passing plays, even on the defensive side of the ball. We saw Gambit hit it over to Kronovi on the side. So this is looking to be the scary version of the iBUYPOWER Cosmic team. When they're working together, it is a nightmare for teams.
Well, I mean, you already have their mechanical skill, and if you get them just putting the ball back and forth between them, that's another element that you got to deal with. So Lucky Bounce looking to get 2 goals back as they're down on a deficit. Only a minute and a half into gameplay. That could have been a shot on net, but Torment leaves it Timothy. Timothy not in a good spot for the shot. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there on who should be taking that, but now they're going to have to try again. Off the corner there, Kronovi trying to get something set up, just keeping the pressure on the ball. There's Lichinio to meet it. Kronovi misses that one. Lichinio, good back pass to Gambit. Can someone get a play off the backboard? Gambit waits for it, but couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, but still, you're seeing these dangerous opportunities coming out from iBUYPOWER.
They're just controlling the pace. They seem so confident in every single move they make. They know exactly where they should be, and they haven't been caught out of position yet. Lichinio, good touch out to Kronovi. Kronovi reads the bounce and gets another one in for their team.
I'm starting to believe Kronovi when he says 5-0. Look at this. Lichinio beats 2 players and leaves Timothy the only one back. And Timothy, he needed to commit to that ball faster. You saw he came out, didn't even jump, and Kronovi got that easy goal. But Lichinio beat 2 players there. Very key play from Lichinio to make that happen. And now 3-0, Cosmic looking very, very sharp.
Kronovi getting a little physical on the wall there. Got a bump on Timothy just to make sure he couldn't get a play started up. Now Kronovi to chase it all the way down to the other end. Torment was there for an easy push to the side. Lichinio, hard pressure though. Good touch from Torment, but that could be up to Gambit. Yeah. But good. What could have been a good touch.
I don't know what touch you were talking about.
No, look at this. I was hoping a teammate would be there for it.
So yeah, Torment, he tried to clear it out, ended up just passing it over into the middle to Gambit. What Torment was trying to do was hit that cross field over to the wall. Just he got no power on it, and that was another just layup here for iBUYPOWER Cosmic, who's looking better and better as this game goes on. And the Gambit flick.
Couldn't quite put it in past Torment though, but good control off the beginning. Got a double block off the kickoff. And that's where you want to be, off those kickoffs, already in possession of the ball. That's to get those plays started up. Physical play from Lichinio onto Darkfire. It's going to be allowing them a breakout. Darkfire spawned in time, though, to get that ball back to midfield. Darkfire going to try to set something up. Lichinio just trying to get his ball in the, or his car in the way, make it look like he's going to do something. Make Darkfire second guess. Lichinio reading that bounce.
Look at this passing play here. You had Gambit to Kronovi. Kronovi back to Gambit. Gambit puts this knowingly off the backboard for Lichinio, who puts it right past Timothy. This Cosmic team, they are petrifyingly good. You can see the fear in Lucky Bounce's eyes as they continue to play this one out.
Well, from this game alone, they didn't need to enter any other tournaments because they're already up 5-0 with 2 minutes left. Still 2 minutes left for them to get some more goals. We'll see if Lucky Bounce can come back, but it's going to be the biggest uphill battle Lucky Bounce has ever had to pull back 5 goals against iBUYPOWER Cosmic. Game number 1, still game number 1. Things can change for the rest of the set. Gambit just taking Timothy out of the play completely, and Kronovi takes that one back down to midfield. Darkfire not able to get another touch on that one. And it looks like Lucky Bounce is going to have to make another breakout. Oh, missed touch from Timothy. He's going to allow Gambit. Kronovi already preemptively up. Couldn't get the pass out by Gambit to Kronovi, and that's going back into iBUYPOWER's zone.
Yeah, you can see Lichinio flipping back there. That was an opportunity. Lichinio was ready for it. And finally, Lucky Bounce gets on the board. It all started with that missed back pass. Lichinio a little out of position and then just scrambling from then on. Lichinio went for the high block, and Darkfire just slips it underneath. But 4 goals needed in a minute 14. I think at best this is setting up the Brazil.
That I was hoping you would bring that up. It's looking very close to that. because it's still very in favor of iBUYPOWER Cosmic right now, it seems, from the momentum. Darkfire, though, trying to get at least another goal to prevent that, Brazil, as you mentioned. Timothy with a touch out front. Can he get a second one? He can't. That's still in front of the net, but there's Lichinio to pick it up off the backboard. The follow-up by Gambit. These guys are all over the ball. Lichinio, a little bit past that one's going to be Kronovi, and Gambit back to defend against a shot from Darkfire. There's the pass, but the demo on Timothy stops that play from developing whatsoever. Torment, shot on net. Lichinio in a good spot to stop that, but he gives it right to Darkfire, and that's back on the net. Still in front of the net. Timothy can get a shot on net, and there it is.
Just enough.
Amazing.
All right, well, the Brazil dream is over. You could see this just scrambling. 2 players for Cosmic, both going up for it. Timothy, even though he's a little out of position for that, was still able to get it. I couldn't tell if they got that bump in.
Darkfire did get the bump on Kronovi.
Did get the bump.
Yeah.
So a good bump by Darkfire, making sure Kronovi couldn't get that save because it was an incredibly slow shot. So that bump making it happen.
Gambit's so good on those kickoffs, keeps control as much as he can, but it's back in their zone. Kronovi tries to get another touch off the wall, it can't, but now he's up for a pass, and that could be a shot on net. Lichinio just a little bit under, maybe expecting that to roll. Couldn't get the shot. Gambit trying to get another one. 13 seconds left, 3 goals. Is going to be a very difficult task for Lucky Bounce. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it as IBP keeps the ball from going on their net, and there the ball is dropping, and that's going to be game number 1 as soon as this ball touches the ground for iBUYPOWER Cosmic. We'll see if either team can get another goal. They're not letting this one die.
Yeah, this the number 1 rule of Rocket League is when time runs out, don't let the ball hit the ground. Unfortunately, they messed up there, and that's the end of game 1. But really, look at 39 cars bumped. That has to be an error. 39 bumps, that would be the saltiest little title that you would ever see.
That's all he's doing is going around driving into other people.
True. But you could just see the sheer amount of shots coming out from iBUYPOWER, and really, they are looking ferocious. We have seen the iBUYPOWER Cosmic team that relies mainly on mechanics, but that is not the Cosmic team that we just saw in game 1. Passing plays after passing plays, and not even just on the offensive side, but even on the defensive side, setting up the team clears as opposed to just trying to whack it out of your zone.
Kronovi called it. He's saying we're coming into this and we're going for that 5-0, and they're showing that. They're going back and forth with the ball passes. They're all over it. The second that someone loses control of that and they would lose ball possession, their teammate is there. I saw Lichinio on the wall. He was just past it, and there's Gambit. The second later to touch that, they are all over that ball, and pressure is going to have to come out a lot harder from Lucky Bounce if they want to take away even a single win in this. They're just behind in all the plays.
Yeah, they are not getting to the ball fast enough, and that's something when you do have really mechanically talented players, they're so fast and they do get to the ball first. A lot of times, though, they just hit the ball for the sake of hitting it, but here we're seeing a very coordinated effort on the half of Cosmic. So we might see this 5-0 here if Cosmic can keep playing like they've been playing.
We're going to find out, though, as we head into game number 2, iBUYPOWER Cosmic versus Lucky Bounce. The series in favor of iBUYPOWER Cosmic as they're up 1-0. And game number 2 with a shot and 1-0 on the scoreboard.
4 seconds, and you got to wonder if this is tilting. Lichinio with his trademark fast kickoffs gets there first, and Kronovi, that was a stolen goal. Lichinio getting the stat for that one, getting the goal, but really, Kronovi would have had no issues getting the goal there.
Bit of a missed aerial touch from Lucky Bounce there, as they were up for that, but flew a little bit too far past that one. That ball's going to roll down into iBUYPOWER zone. Lichinio not really winning the 50-50 on that. Darkfire up. Can he get the second touch? That would have been a great call. Good call on that backboard, but couldn't quite get the touch on the nose. And that's still going to sit at a 1-0 lead for iBUYPOWER. There's Gambit, a nice drop down. Lichinio to follow it up off the backboard. Can he get the second touch? He does. That's out front, and Kronovi just gets beaten by Darkfire, barely keeping that one out. Now to start an attack of their own. Timothy back up to Darkfire. Can get up. He's going to leave that for Gambit. Gambit to the side. Kronovi back to Gambit. Oh, but intercepted by Torment. Up to Timothy. Can he get that soft touch? That's still in front of the net. And there's a shot off the crossbar. Darkfire couldn't quite connect with the back of the net. Still 1-0 for iBUYPOWER.
Well, it was Gambit that got in the way of that shot and prevented it from going in. So Gambit, not only a great offensive player, but such a fierce defensive player as well, keeping this lead for Cosmic.
Gambit almost getting a drift touch on there, but couldn't quite. Kronovi the shot on net. Darkfire the last one in. Torment keeps that away, making sure no shot can even come of it. Lichinio is going to get beat by Torment. Kronovi's probably going to win this one out. No, but Timothy gets the underside on it. And there's both players missing that one. Lichinio just getting some boost, see if they can push out Darkfire. Playing physical to allow Timothy and Torment to get a shot on, but Torment running away from that one is allow Kronovi to get a shot on net. Almost rolling right in, but Darkfire keeps it away from the side. They're doing a decent job of keeping to the ball, but they're still playing a little bit too hesitant on it. It's allowing iBUYPOWER to move into the zone a lot. Darkfire trying to set up a play, but they quite cannot get it there.
Yeah, Cosmic is playing and just beaming with confidence here. You saw that attempt by Lichinio to get that second hit off the wall when Gambit was already covering that. So Cosmic just playing fearless.
Ooh, off the backboard, Darkfire couldn't quite get the second touch. Gambit to himself. He does win that one out. Lichinio and Kronovi there for a play to set up. Lichinio doesn't get on that. Darkfire and Timothy pushing that one to the corner. There's another touch up by Torment to midfield. Going back into Cosmic's zone. We'll see if a play can get set up by Lucky Bounce. They need to get a goal. Only down one this time is a lot more likely for them to pull out a tie, but that's in front of the net. That's not where you want that ball to be as Lucky Bounce.
Yeah, Timothy got that save there, keeping the dreams alive. Lucky Bounce is keeping this very close. Darkfire almost got that second hit, but Lucky Bounce just needs to get that one and get a lucky goal or a good, solid goal in overtime, and they might be able to steal a point here from the group stage favorite, iBUYPOWER Cosmic.
Darkfire has to keep this away. That's a little bit of a sticky situation. Kronovi almost getting a touch there. Timothy just getting a backside on that. Probably wasn't the touch they wanted, but Darkfire makes use of it. So they go back to put an attack on. Losing that 50-50 leaves an open net, and Lichinio gets credit.
Lucky Bounce's dreams starting to fade away. Lichinio gets up, and you see him air roll upside down and just get so much power on that, beating out the last defender in that 50-50, and Cosmic cruising to a Game 2 victory right now. Lucky Bounce, they've been struggling scoring. Even in the first game, their goals came very difficult, and it seems to continue here in Game 2.
Lichinio tried to get a pass down. Didn't work out for him, though. That's still in a spot for Gambit to take a shot off the backboard. That won't be in a good spot for him to touch it, but Lichinio gets it instead. No one's going to be able to put pressure on that. That's a shot on net from Lucky Bounce. Kronovi just keeping it inside. Good follow-up from Kronovi. Make sure that doesn't go back into the hands of Lucky Bounce. Back to midfield. Kronovi, the back pass to Gambit. He's a little bit out of position, has to readjust, but it works out for them to midfield. Lichinio a little off. Tries the 50-50, wins it. Can't quite get that wall touch he needed. Out to the center. Gambit way back, expecting a chip shot. A good idea that he is there. As the ball is back in their end, Lichinio trying to get that out of their zone.
I'm loving the defense from Cosmic, however. You see Gambit, that was an easy save for him, but the play where Kronovi passed it back, they actually went for the pinch clear. I love seeing teams coordinate to that degree.
Oh, Darkfire! There he is. Only one goal deficit now.
Yeah, look at that. Was an insane pinch that sent that ball out into the mid. Torment got that in there.
Nice
Darkfire getting up quickly, certainly using his double pop, which is where you use your jump twice to get up in the air instead of going and flipping. Darkfire getting up quickly and putting that one in, but that was an insane pinch there that launched that ball out into the mid in the first place.
That was almost a scary spot going backwards. Lucky Bounce trying to get that out. Timothy did win out on the 50-50, but that's still on their net. 38 seconds left for Lucky Bounce to get a goal to tie this one up. We'll see if they can do that right now off the wall. Timothy gets a good pinch. That's going to be right in front of the net, almost going in. Darkfire, I don't know why he didn't go on that. Could have been a goal for them. They have another chance here. Timothy, good clear to the corner, but Kronovi's going to pick it up. Puts that one right on target. Lichinio tried to get a redirect. Torment beats him to it. 16 seconds left for Lucky Bounce to get a goal, but the pressure is on from Cosmic. This could be their breakout opportunity here if Torment gets the touch. Out to Darkfire. Darkfire needs to get that on target. Gambit stops it in its track, and Kronovi sends it right back down into Lucky Bounce's end. Up the wall, Timothy can still keep this one alive. That's probably going to drop, though. And game number 2 to Cosmic.
Yeah, Cosmic looking really good. Still in this game, not as impressive a scoreline, but still the team plays continue to come out. Like, especially on the defensive side, we saw that pinch clear attempt. They're playing very calmly. They are not only just trying to throw their mechanical skill, but they really are playing as a team. It's so enjoyable to watch Rocket League. when you've got such talented players, not just going for the ball like it's solo standard, but going for more of those 2v2 kind of plays, right? In 2v2s, you get a lot more room to do those passing plays, and you play a lot calmer because you don't have that third player to save your bum if you miss your hit. So you play a lot more cautiously and as a team, and that mentality carrying into this 3v3 matchup, iBUYPOWER is really impressing me right now. They are not playing selfish.
Well, and as much as people always joke about wanting that Kronovi cam, just watch him all the time. They're playing as a team, and we want to see this. I'm glad we're seeing the whole field. We're seeing these guys work so well together, and I'm excited to see them go against all the other teams and see what they can do, especially if they're playing like this for the rest of it, and especially when it comes to the live finals, if they can play like this against some of the EU teams. Going to be absolutely incredible. So coming into Game 3, we're going to see if they can keep that up. I mean, that was a much closer game. I did specifically see Gambit getting that Warden. A lot of saves. You were mentioning he can play any position, and he's playing back, and he was playing it well.
Yeah, he truly is a jack of all trades. And I almost don't want to say jack of all trades, master of none. He's like a jack of all trades, master of everything. He is so good.
Master of most things, being everything. All right, we'll see if they get another touch there. Both people missing that one. Gambit's just going to leave for Kronovi as he goes in for a bump maybe, but doesn't get anything out of that. That's going to be Timothy and Darkfire's chance to break down for a scoring opportunity up in the front of the net. Darkfire a little bit too far forward to make anything of it as it rolls past iBUYPOWER Cosmic's net. There's a touch from Gambit to midfield. Timothy touches that towards his own net. That's not what you want to be doing. And that's an easy shot for Kronovi, setting up the first goal.
Yeah, Timothy, he must have felt generous after that face-off with Kronovi, because that was a beautiful pass, although a horrible result for his team. That was a great setup, and Kronovi pounces on that, doesn't let that juicy opportunity slide by, and clutches that one. Now, again, a goal in the first 30 seconds. Cosmic coming out strong. Lucky Bounce really needs to reel this back in, because every single point matters, although it is almost impossible for them to make it to the online finals, being that they had no points from the last group stage.
And that's a difficult thing, being a new team in the second one. The points are worth more, but you have to place very, very well to do this. So we'll see if they can do a shot on net from Gambit. Torment just stopping that. Another save from Torment. Look at his name on that kill feed. Good job from Torment to make that play. Go back down into Cosmic Zone. See if a touch from Torment can be a goal starter. Not quite, as Gambit takes that one away. Lachinio already up and ready for that. He's going to have to back off as Darkfire takes control. Timothy just trying to get in the way of Kronovi. He does, but Timothy, can he follow that up? No. Darkfire just tries to get that back out to his teammate, but no one is there. Torment way too far back to get a good enough shot. Lachinio had a lot of time to set up the block on that. Darkfire, Timothy back. Timothy with another weird touch, but Darkfire is going to be able to clean this one up to midfield. As Lachinio and Kronovi roll back, Gambit already there. Just gets a good touch out to midfield to stop by Timothy to keep it in their end.
Just continued solid defense on behalf of Cosmic. You can see even there, Lachinio getting to that ball first. It seems like an iBUYPOWER Cosmic player is either contesting that ball, and look at that!
There it is, an open up for Lachinio.
Lachinio yet again in the right place at the right time. You see Gambit goes up and challenges that, prevents the clear, and Kronovi just bumps it right over to Lachinio. These guys playing like such a unit right now. So impressive. I'm saying these guys, they're looking potentially #1 team in the world right now.
The way they're playing, yeah. I'm gonna have to say I'm kind of on the side of that. If they can keep them, that's why I said I'm excited to see if they can pull this through. If they make it to, well, most likely make it to the live finals and play against some of those EU teams, there are going to be some insane matches going on. Gambit out to Kronovi, tries to get the backside, tried to get a little creative on that one, but couldn't quite put it towards the net. Darkfire rolls out with this. Good pass out to the center. Torment was there for that, but beaten out by Gambit. Back to midfield. Lachinio's way up, cherry picking that one.
Oh, that
drop.
pass.
Oh my goodness, this plays. If that goes in, eventually, not quite. The stuff still. Let's see if Kronovi will follow it up. He's not going to. His Gambit, Lachinio are way too far up there. Timothy waiting patiently, seeing Kronovi roll up to that.
Yeah, we'll see if Cosmic, right now, they are just controlling the pace. You got to wonder if Lucky Bounce has just lost their heart. I wonder if Cosmic can keep their heads playing against some of the other teams. But wow, look at this. It's just continued pressure. Lucky Bounce just trying to fend this off and keep the ball out of their net.
It's difficult, and when you can't even get the ball in front of the net to get a goal, and when it is there, you don't have your third coming up for that, you have no goal-scoring opportunities. There's a shot. Finally, though, on net, Darkfire can get the touch, not where he wanted it to go. The right idea, but it wasn't quite on target. Torment to follow this one out. Chinio steals it away. It's a touch from Lucky Bounce. Darkfire off the wall. Needs to get a good follow-up on this one, or Gambit steals it away. Timothy with the pressure. They're starting to attack the ball a lot quicker now, but maybe a little bit too late coming into the final minute and a half of gameplay in game number 3.
You could see there Kronovi getting that bump. Somehow he was supersonic and didn't get that demo, so that was a bit strange. But now the breakaway, Timothy just has to put that on net.
And he does. Oh, Kronovi was so close to saving that, but Timothy finally sinks one for Lucky Bounce.
Yeah, you could see Lichinio and Gambit both went for that, and Kronovi was all the way back, tries to get there, but Timothy, he will not let his team down in that one-on-none situation. And now Lucky Bounce within just a goal yet again, but they haven't been able to take it down. We'll see if they can change it and bring this game 3 home to them.
Well, the confidence wasn't without warrant. A shot, though, on target. Torment keeps that out. Was not without warrant for Lucky Bounce. They are keeping this game number 2 and 3 very close, but still down a goal. Final minute of gameplay. We'll see if they can tie it up. Once again, they got close last time. And once, as we said before, every point matters. Timothy with a shot on net. Another open net for him there. Just has to keep it past out of the reach of that defender running back.
Right as after I say IBP is a contender for #1 team in the world, they just lose it. So yes,
maybe a little bit of complacency.
But Timothy, that's his second goal here, keeping them in it just under a minute to go. Lucky Bounce, if they steal a point here, I think it will definitely be good for their ego and confidence. But again, they're going to have to finish like first or second to even have a shot at making it to the land. So right now, they are playing for pride.
Confidence is a big thing, especially when you still have 2 more games after this that you got to play out, and they matter. That's going to be off the backboard. No one in net for this. Lichinio stuffs it past Kronovi to get the touch on net. Darkfire almost keeps it out. Kronovi, good touch to get that into the net. And now they're up another goal on Lucky Bounce with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, you could see Darkfire was trying to read that, just couldn't. It wasn't the hardest shot from Kronovi, but just high enough to prevent the save. And now Cosmic just inching towards that 5-0.
30 seconds, though, as I just mentioned. Lucky Bounce still has a chance to pull us away. This could be the opportunity here. Darkfire just has to beat Gambit. Oh, no! Way too far. Way too much power on that. And that's going to be still in their zone, though. Timothy up for the shot. Darkfire also up that. That's going to be a chance for Gambit to make a breakout here with the breakout. And there it is. Back into Lucky Bounce's end. 9 seconds left for 1 goal to be scored. Torment, good touch out towards the net. Darkfire's up. He gets the touch. And there it is, the tie. Potentially going into overtime. Lucky Bounce pulls it back for a tie.
You can see Torment passes that out into the mid. Kronovi tried to get the touch on it just out of his reach, and Darkfire there in the mid waiting for that pass. We're all tied up, and we are going to see the first overtime of this series.
Well, we'll see. This ball does have to touch the ground, and there it is. Of course, iBUYPOWER going to leave that one to go off into another kickoff. Sudden death goal. We'll see who can take it. Darkfire and Sympathy, going to win that one. Timothy trying to follow it up off the backboard. Couldn't quite, but Darkfire there with a shot.
Oh!
And there it is. Lucky Bounce takes a game finally off of iBUYPOWER Cosmic.
There you have it. Lucky Bounce. Oh, you could see Timothy was going to try to go for that pass. Gambit didn't know what to do in that situation, and it just bounced right out for Darkfire, who clutched it. And now this series really isn't out of reach for Lucky Bounce. We've got 2 more games to play, and they could reel this back.
They very well could, and that's what they said. Timothy was saying they were playing confidently, and they're starting to show it. They said even their last set, it was near the end that they started to pull it together. I mean, it's still, possible for them to pull away a couple more games and get a 3-2 on this, but I am sure the Cosmic is going to start to say, okay, what happened that game? Let's go back to what we were doing in game number 1.
Well, you see 6 saves on, there were 6 saves by Lucky Bounce and 0 saves by Cosmic. That means there was a lot of just open net goals for Lucky Bounce to take advantage of on Cosmic. So Cosmic does like to overextend, and we saw that bite them a couple times. Lichinio, Gambit were too far up. Kronovi couldn't get back, and it was a free goal for Timothy to get that one in. And Lucky Bounce brings this right back. So Cosmic, they need to play, yeah, like you're saying, a little bit more conservative maybe. They came out so hot in game 1 and were playing as a unit, and now I don't know. They just seem to cool down a little bit. They just needed the caster curse.
That's what it goes. It's always our fault. It's always our fault. That's what happens. But it's I don't know. I think they're playing fairly well coming into game number 4. Very potentially they could take another game. They've kept the last 2 very close, and once again reiterating on the fact that they said they were playing very good coming into the second half of their last set. So we'll see if they can do it again. But a point already off Cosmic. I mean, that's a tall order to ask for, especially when they're playing like that. And if they can take even just a point off, that means a lot.
I forget what they went last time. I think in group stage they went something like 29-6 or something ridiculous. Cosmic, every point off them so critical. But Lucky Bounce, they stuck with it. They didn't look like the better team in those games, but they play as a team. They were back playing defense when they needed to. You saw there they had 6 saves. So Lucky Bounce, they're that scrappy team that's going to play as a unit and get the goals that they should score and just play solid defense, whereas iBUYPOWER, a lot of times they go for the crazy goals, throw everything that they can, try to work together to make some flashy plays, and sometimes they leave their net open, and we saw that come out to bite them.
And they capitalized. Two of those goals from the last game were open net goals that Timothy capitalized on. So as long as they can keep doing that, I mean, we'll see if Cosmic will let up something like that again. They might play a little bit more to their strengths and not push up too much. But as long as they don't revert to just doing what, just those individual mechanical plays, and they can keep those team plays going on that we saw in game number 1, iBUYPOWER is very poised to take this. But Lucky Bounce, game number 4, wanting to take another point, potentially 2 more points off of iBUYPOWER. We'll see if they can do it. The series in favor of Cosmic, 2-1 in this series of 5. 5 games are to be played, 5 points are to be distributed. We'll see who gets the majority of them. Lachinio off the roof. Can he do another one of these highlights? No! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Wow!
These are the types of plays that you just like to watch over and over again. He gets that second touch, and then the third touch past Torment. Torment read it after the second one. That third touch, putting it by him and getting that goal. Another goal in the first 30 seconds, but wow, Lachinio so gifted in the air.
Whenever you see him get that first touch, it's always like, he's not going to do this, is he? And he always does it. He always gets those incredible ones, and that's why I love watching him on those. But Torment with an open net again. We were just talking about this.
Yeah, Cosmic, sometimes they just leave the net open. You saw both Kronovi and Gambit went for that one. Kronovi tried to knock it into the corner, didn't get enough juice on it, and it ended up just being a pass right to Torment.
Right to
who
Torment.
was waiting for it. So
it's like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take it. No problem.
Yeah, serving it up on a silver platter, and now we're all tied up.
But Timothy having to keep this one out, rushing to that. It's going to be a chance for iBUYPOWER to get a goal here. Gambit just needs to squeeze it in, but Torment throws his body in the way. The Octane hitbox, stopping that from going in. Timothy off the wall, the pinch in his favor off Lachinio. Now Kronovi and Gambit having to move back. Gambit waiting patiently. There's the touch he wanted off the wall. Stuffed out by Timothy, but he can still follow this one up. Torment, good rotation in to push that back towards iBUYPOWER's net. And the pressure is now on from Lucky Bounce as they're trying to get some scoring opportunities. And Cosmic trying to break out. Finally, could be what they needed. Good pass from Gambit to Lachinio. Couldn't quite finish it. What a play from them, though.
Still, yeah, those guys working together to get that ball out of the blue sign, doing a solid job. But still, after that for game 1, that devastating game 1, it's been far too close for Cosmic's comfort.
Oh, very, very close. I mean, we're seeing a tie game. Still only a minute and a half in. But a tie game, nothing like the first one. We see Lucky Bounce doing very good at adjusting to doing what they need to do. And there's almost the stuff out from Darkfire. Now Kronovi has a chance to push it out. Lachinio to support him. There's the push forward. Lachinio wants that read, but he doesn't quite make it. Darkfire gets it over him, but Gambit off the backboard. Kronovi moving up for a shot. There it is on the far side. Oh no, Torment almost putting that in his own net, but just keeps it out.
That actually paid off. That was totally unintentional, but Torment putting that off the post bought enough time for them to actually keep that from going in, so Lucky Bounce getting a lucky bounce there.
Precisely that. Gambit almost getting the touch he needed. Now Kronovi's going to be left to keep the pressure on there. Good pass out to center, but no one's going to be there for that as they move back for boost. And there's Gambit. The touch to Kronovi. Good spot on net, but no one there to finish it off. Lachinio off the wall. Timothy and Torment trying to get that ball out of there. There's a good touch from Torment off the wall. Follows that one through. I always like to see those follow throughs. That's out front for a shot off the backboard. Timothy, can he get it underneath? And Kronovi in a bad spot to make that save.
Timothy did a good job of playing the miss, though. You see here, Timothy had faith and went up for it. Kronovi just missed it altogether, and Timothy took that one down. Again, just scoring those goals that get handed to him, but Kronovi wishing he had that one back. He had the opportunity to hit that one out into the corner and did not make it happen. And now Lucky Bounce, they might take this reverse sweep in the series.
It's incredible to see, but a shot on Gambit, the commentator's curse right there as Gambit ties it up for Cosmic.
I should just say that I'm not going to win the lottery. Maybe something nice will happen. But Gambit going up for that one, and Torment was up in the air. You saw Timothy. That was an odd positioning. He was stuck perpendicular to the goal line. Generally, you want to be parallel, and he just was of no use trying to block that shot, and Cosmic tying this one up.
All right, Lichinio now with another play out to Gambit. Gambit has an open spot. Wow, Timothy flying in there to keep that one from going in. He's going to keep the momentum going forward. See if he can follow this up, but looking like he's got no boost. Can't keep on that, but that's in front of the net. Gambit has to get this away, but Darkfire, no, Torment. It goes off of Kronovi.
Yeah, Torment just plays this one slow, gets the block. Lichinio hit it right off his hood. It bounced off the ceiling and was going to be going in. Kronovi, in a last-ditch effort, tried to get back, ended up just knocking it into his own net, but Cosmic just coming apart at the seams at the moment. And really, I take back that comment that I said before. But Kronovi,
twice in a row you did it.
I just need to stop. But Lichinio again with a face-off win, and Kronovi bounces it to himself, actually goes for that delayed hit there. They were reading that second hit, and Kronovi went low on him and just forced that one in. We're all tied up still. This one's been back and forth with some pretty unorthodox goals, to say.
Yeah, very odd, but it's a tied game, and that's what Lucky Bounce wants to see. The closer it is for them, the better. I mean, of course, they'd like to keep that lead, but this seems fine and dandy for them. They won it in overtime last time. We'll see if they can do it again. A minute 20 left. Game number 4. 2-1 for Cosmic, but that's on target. Darkfire has to struggle to keep that one out. Just gets a Dominus nose on that. We'll see if who can win that. Torment wins it out, but Lichinio in a good spot to put it back in front of the net. Gambit just trying to get in the way. Kronovi now having to rush back. Good midfield boost grab. Gets that one as well. Keeps it away from Darkfire. But that's a potentially shot on net off the back bar. Darkfire going to follow this one up. Can't get it on target to the side as Cosmic needs to break out of their own end. 50 seconds left. Kronovi, good pass to Gambit, but he loses that 50-50 to Darkfire. That touch out, not in favor of Lucky Bounce there. As now back into possession. The ball is for Cosmic in the air, the contest. Torment keeps that from going in their end, but now Lichinio keeps that going forward. Kronovi can't quite get the angle he wants.
You saw there again, Lichinio just beating his opponents to that 50-50 ball. Lichinio so quick in the air, uses his boost effectively for the most part.
Timothy just trying to get a touch, misses that one off the wall. That's going to be up for Kronovi off the backboard. Torment putting that across the net. I guess probably a better than a backboard bounce.
Oh, Kronovi had that chance. All 3 players in net for Lucky Bounce.
Last-ditch effort here from Darkfire, putting that deep into Cosmic zone. He can get a shot on net. Can he do it? Out front, that's still a shot opportunity, but no one is there to follow it up. And we hit overtime once again.
Yes, overtime. Lucky Bounce was able to get that overtime win. Oh, this could be it! Kronovi misses it!
No, Gambit is still there for the pressure, though, and that's still on target! No! Gambit wins that one out, and that's going to be it. There takes another game. Cosmic up 3-1 in the series.
You could see there Kronovi missed that, and then I couldn't see. Oh, it was Timothy who had the opportunity to come in and just deny Gambit from getting that shot. He missed it, and Gambit just kind of feathers that one into the net with a little bit of finesse, but Cosmic eking that one out. They had a tremendous amount of shots there compared to Lucky Bounce. 13 shots.
Absolutely nuts.
To 4, but still a close game on the scoreboard. You see just a massive amount of saves coming out of Lucky Bounce. Lucky Bounce keeping these games close. Just getting every goal where they can.
Yeah, no, and it's I mean, but keeping it that close, like yeah, Lucky Bounce, as you said, getting every goal they can. They're doing a very good job of keeping pace up. They're attacking that ball a little bit quicker now. They're keeping up to the pace that iBUYPOWER was playing earlier in the set, and that's all they need to do is just keep it this close, and they still have a chance. They still have a chance to take another game off and get another point. We'll see if they can do that coming into game number 5. They're doing a good job. I would say playing against the best team in North America.
Yes.
Lucky Bounce is doing a very, very good job, especially since they weren't even in the group stages before.
Yeah, I mean, people, a lot of times they have an issue with how Cosmic plays. Cosmic, again, they like to throw players at the ball, but you cannot argue against results. They finished the top of the group stage commandingly. They won the online final. They are the best team in North America. They are hands down. So Lucky Bounce coming in and taking points off Cosmic, it has to feel good, but still Cosmic they started off strong, looking a little bit shaky, but still they're getting the results. They are 3 games to 1.
And for them, they probably want to get another one. I mean, they're sitting comfortably with their points from Season 1 group stages, but I mean, more points are never better. Getting a good spot on that leaderboard coming into the live finals is going to be great. I mean, they're pretty solidified, but you still want stats. Stats are great. Get a good stat guy doing that stuff for us. So Cosmic definitely wants some wins on this. But Lucky Bounce looking to keep themselves in this and do as best as they can. They're on a big stage right now, showing the world what they can do. Game at number 5, Lucky Bounce. iBUYPOWER Cosmic.
You saw a Feels backflip, man, from Gambit there. That was a good heads-up play by Kronovi. Kronovi trying to set Gambit up. Gambit just couldn't make it happen. And Darkfire coming out of nowhere.
Is an easy shot for him, as both defenders there were nowhere there for a save.
Yeah, Lichinio, you saw him just kind of confused in the corner. Torment put a beauty off of that, off the corner wall there, and Darkfire just waiting for it, scoring with 40 seconds into the game. So Lucky Bounce putting pressure on Cosmic early.
Already a shot on net, though, coming back out of Cosmic. They want an early retaliation, but that's going towards the wrong net, as Lichinio has to rush back to keep that from going in. Got a bad touch himself. Timothy there just to keep the pressure on and say, hey guys, we're here. You don't get a free pass out of your own end. Gambit wins out that one. Kronovi to support him. Can he get the pass out? He does, but Timothy there to challenge it, steals it away. Torment there to follow him up. A little bit of mistouch from Timothy. He's going to put that back in front of their own net. Gambit with a good touch off the backboard. The follow-up not there from Lichinio as he waits for that touch from Lucky Bounce off the wall. We'll see if we can get a pass out. Kronovi's there to support. Up in the air, Gambit can challenge this one over Timothy. He does win that one out, but Darkfire waiting for that to drop. Gives away possession, though. Kronovi puts it right back towards the net, and the pressure is on from Cosmic as they want to get a goal to tie this one up.
Yeah, Cosmic, if you were to rewind that and just look at that that play or how long they had it in the zone, Cosmic is always getting to that ball first or just doing a great job at contesting it. Cosmic so fast to the ball, and that makes them a nuisance to play against.
Well, they've seen it before. They put in the amount of pressure on. The pressure they're putting on is just, it's nuts. It can be overwhelming. If they're in your end, they're in your end for a while, and they're showing that now. They want to get another goal, and there's a shot on target. Good placement from Gambit.
Yes, the all-out offense from Cosmic finally paying off. You saw there, I couldn't tell if Lichinio actually got a piece of that, but Gambit, oh wow, he threads that needle into the upper left corner of the net. Gambit uses the nose of the breakout very effectively, just threading that needle.
Very good placement, showing us why he's one of the best, or as you mentioned before, the best in North America. Very good placement on that shot from midfield. Tied up in the series, almost approaching the halfway mark. In game at number 5, we'll see if Lucky Bounce can pull away with this win for themselves to get another point.
That bump from Gambit was amazing. He jumped in the air to hit that player.
I always love to see when people start playing physically in the air too, because you have to guess that trajectory and play it right. It's very cool to see all the time. Now iBUYPOWER on the attack. Good touch from Kronovi, but that goes out of his reach. Timothy back to midfield. Good touch there from Lucky Bounce, putting that back towards Cosmic's net. See if they can keep an attack on. Darkfire did a very good job of staying up all the time. Torment off the backboard. Teammate follows up, and the shot on target. Lichinio just keeping that out. Still 1-1. The pressure is on from Lucky Bounce now, and they're doing a good job of making sure that ball stays in. Darkfire, soft touch off the backboard. Timothy trying to get it off the backside of his nose. Torment to keep the pressure on. Timothy missing the backflip, and the pressure is real from Lucky Bounce right now.
Lucky Bounce, now their turn to put the pressure on. And this is going to be a big play right here. If Torment can win it, just launches all the way across, but still looking to work out for him.
Ooh, Darkfire almost able to get that off the side, but leaves that for Torment and Timothy as they push that back towards the net. Oh, no one in net. We'll see if they can go in. Timothy tries to follow that one through, but Kronovi just gets back in time to to keep that from dropping in front of the net. Darkfire up to put it off the side. Going to be a steal away for Cosmic if they can get the win here. There's Gambit up to Kronovi. Good touch. Almost sinking it in the top corner, but there's another shot. Gambit couldn't quite put it in the back of net. Still 1-1. And now we see the pressure put on the other end.
Oh,
Darkfire almost there.
He just missed that. That was a good play by Torment to put that over in Darkfire's area. Darkfire just missing out on that hit by just a threat. And he had another opportunity for a redirect there.
Timothy gets the touch on that, and that's going in. And now they're up a goal. Timothy puts that past 3 defenders.
Lucky Bounce, they're taking their turn to just continuously assault the net. And you see all
Wow.
3 players. That was a triple bump. At one point, all 3 players were in a line, just fender to fender there.
Here, we're covering one spot of the net. Why don't you put it down there? And Timothy does, putting them up 2-1 with 1 minute left. And that's all they have to do is maintain this lead, but don't get complacent. Maintain the lead and you're fine. But the touch from Gambit off the backboard. Darkfire has to win that, and he does. Lichinio just doing everything he can to keep that ball in while his teammates get boosted up. But now they're going to have to get put back into the other end. Gambit off the wall, loses that to Timothy. Torment's going to wait back for a shot from Lichinio. Gambit couldn't get anything out of that. Torment just giving that away. They're doing everything they can just to make sure the ball does not go in front of the net. Final 20 seconds of gameplay. Lucky Bounce up on the scoreboard. Can they do it?
Well, it's looking to be the case right now. Unless Cosmic can make some magic happen, Lucky Bounce is holding off this relentless assault.
This could be it right here. Lichinio needs to get a touch. He doesn't. Darkfire up the wall. He just chases that as much as he can. And he keeps chasing it to drop that down. Not going to be a very good spot for Cosmic, but this is up in the air. Could be dangerous. Gambit trying everything he can to get it past, and it touches. And there it is. Cosmic Aftershock takes the series 3-2, but 2 games going to Lucky Bounce.
Yeah, Cosmic, they came out of the gate hot, but then just started to cool off. And look at that, Lucky Bounce. Gambit had 6 shots. Lichinio had none, and Kronovi only had 1. So just team play coming out from Lucky Bounce, just getting those scrappy goals, making it happen. And they take this 3-2. That is a very good result for them. I mentioned Cosmic, #1 team in world potentially, and then that happened, right? They are such a polarizing team because they do win. They win in North America. They won the groups. They won the online finals. But the way that they play sometimes can be infuriating. It's
confusing.
Like just hitting your face against the wall sometimes. Some of the things that they do, but they get results. But still, Lucky Bounce or Cosmic, they get the series win, but Lucky Bounce picks up 2 critical points here, so they have to feel happy about that.
No, it's great, and like I want to see what the analysts have to say because like that was a much closer game than I think a lot of people probably thought it would be, especially in the chat as well. Too with a 3-2, only a 3-2 win for Cosmic, but it's still a win. Lucky Bounce walks away with 2 points. I'm sure a lot of people are happy with that, especially with a new team coming into the groups. So we're going to see what the desk has to say about that one. We're going to toss it right over, toss it to Axel Toss. Take it away.
Thanks so much, Leaf and James Bot. Great commentary as always, and what a series that was. Obviously, we had the face-off in the beginning. iBUYPOWER super confident, and then they back that up with like going up 5-0. But then Lucky Bounce, a pleasant surprise, made it pretty close.
Yeah, like I think game 1 was a little misleading. Like everyone's like, whoa, Cosmic looks really good.
Right.
And then Lucky Bounce came back to where we thought like they would compete, but Cosmic is such a weird team.
Like they started out looking like an EU team. Like I say that not in the aspect like because EU is the better region, but the plays that they make. EU is notorious for when they go to contest a ball, they don't actually contest 50-50s because they know it's not going to work in their favor in most cases. They just let the touch for the other team happen, but then position themselves in a place to clear it out. And they did that so well in the first game, and then for some reason, every other time they're like, hey, what's defense? And let them tie it up.
Maybe overconfidence, I'm not so sure,
no
but
idea.
Lucky Bounce, great performance. Let's go ahead and look at the Mobile One high performance replays from that matchup. There's a lot of good ones here.
Yeah, game 1 was just a shellacking of solo plays from Gambit, from Latch. It went crazy really quick.
Yeah, shots over the top, like Lichinio had a couple pass goals. And they were working so good as a team. Like that one, like we all went nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he missed the show. Just kidding, it's a pass.
Yeah, like a 3-way team pass. Like that's what they were doing really well in game 1. But they continued that throughout the series. It was just more for clears.
Yeah, Darkfire getting a couple goals to actually end up tying it up and then eventually winning in overtime. But you saw the defensive breakdown from both sides for a little bit, but then as we start to rev it up, this Darkfire and the rest of the crew really put on the pressure.
And then Lachinio with his amazing aerial goal
Insane.
off the roof again. Like, he seems to have one each week. He had a really, really good series for the first 4 games. He was kind of quiet game 5, but man, like the solo plays by Cosmic are insane.
Yeah, good saves though by Lucky Bounce. I don't know how that one didn't go in, but playing it off the post, I guess it was on purpose. You see a lot of back and forth.
And then, like, it was just a bad face-off, and Crow, I think, ran out of boost on that, so then Gambit just had to finish that up. That was a hard one for Lucky Bounce to
Timothy should have
lose.
saved it though. Like he was flying.
Yeah,
across
it's true. He probably should have. But then they get the win in Game 5. Like, they were playing well for 4 games. Just Game 1 was a little bit of a mess, and that's where you start hearing best team in the world from these casters over here. But
Like they know.
but then it's just like these wide open nets, or like Crow doing a pass back to no one because like Gambit was there already, or Lachinio just being in midfield. And it was just like, why are you here when you're the last one left? It seems like they do get overconfident because they like to apply a lot of pressure. Problem is, when they apply that pressure, you get these wide open nets.
Sure, and I don't know if overconfidence is anywhere there, maybe underestimating Lucky Bounce a little bit, but honestly, huge kudos to Lucky Bounce. I gotta think that them as a team going in and getting 2 points off of iBUYPOWER, like how many teams are gonna do that in this group stage?
Yeah, it's good.
Right?
Plus, we had a wrong score update earlier. They actually lost Lucky Bounce 3-2 to Exodus. We had it the reverse, 3-2 the other way. But that's still pretty good. Like the 2 of the top 3 teams, and you take 2 points off each. That's looking good for that 4th playoff spot chances. And that's what Lucky Bounce wants. Because like when it comes to playoffs, who knows? Like if they win it, then they can make the LAN.
Well, it leads me to believe like that Exodus team, X of X at the time, was the only team to actually beat iBUYPOWER in a series. And to see Lucky Bounce come out so strong against them and then also win 2 games out of this 5, like, okay, Lucky Bounce, like we noticed, now can you keep doing it?
Yeah.
I love how in these top games too, especially when iBUYPOWER is involved, you're watching it, and at least for me, I'm like, I definitely can't do that. Like, just some of those plays were just absolutely incredible. Awesome Rocket League action here at the Rocket League Championship Series. Guys, stay tuned. Next match is going to be, speaking of Exodus, Exodus versus Kings of Urban. That's number 3 versus number 2 in that standing. So July 4th is coming. Certainly a lot of fireworks coming your way here at the Rocket League Championship Series. Stay tuned.